On the 22nd of September, about 600 South African Defence Force members crossed into the mountain kingdom of Lesotho on behalf of SADC in a bid to restore order amid rising tension which threatened the security of the region. On that fateful day, 5 South African soldiers were killed in skirmishes with the Mountain Kingdom Defence mutineers. Lesotho opposition parties and supporters were protesting the May general elections, which they claimed were rigged. Mohau Ramudibe had compiled this report.
A statement released by the SANDF says about 600 SA soldiers crossed the border into Lesotho at about 5 this morning at the request of the Lesotho government and under the auspices of the Southern African Development Community. However, the South African troops were met with greater resistance than expected, thus resulting in the deaths and injuries. Addressing Parliament on who sanctioned the deployment of the SA troops to assist the government of Lesotho, Acting President Mangosuthu Buthelezi said he gave the order, adding, however, that the intervention was only meant to stabilize the situation in order to achieve a lasting political solution, but not to enforce a military solution to a political problem. Meanwhile, the intervention by SADC member states, which included South Africa, was received with mixed feelings across the political spectrum. A statement from King Letsie through Prince Seeiso said the king regards this as an invasion. Seeiso added that the king had telephoned President Mandela in New York, wanting to know why his country has been invaded. This is in contrast to a letter from the country's Prime Minister Pakadita Mosisili, who said he was unable to consult King Letsie, the country's head of state, as he was part of the problem. Except for the Inkatha Freedom Party, opposition parties were sharply critical of South Africa's military intervention. The National Party said the move has serious implications for South Africa's future relations with the Mountain Kingdom, saying in terms of Lesotho's constitution, the king had to be consulted before foreign military intervention in his country. Political analysts say military intervention was not an answer to Lesotho's problems, questioning the decision to use force without addressing the underlying causes of a conflict which had gone on for many years. By the time we went on air, Lesotho's Foreign Affairs Minister had confirmed 6 deaths among his country's Defence Force mutineers. Meanwhile, reports say South Africans are being evacuated from the anarchic Lesotho capital.